Hello, I'm David Hutton, Executive Editor of Ophthalmology Times. The American Society of Cataract and Refractive Surgery is hosting a virtual annual meeting for 2020, and I'm joined by Dr. Ed Holland. Thank you for joining us today. Tell us a little bit about your presentation.
Well, I presented some interesting data on a compound called KP1-121, which is a formulation of loteprednol etabonate 0.25% in a dry eye trial. This is a unique formulation in that it has nanoparticle with special penetrating properties, so it gets into the ocular tissues quite well. This was the first dry eye program that showed consistent improvement in signs and symptoms in the same population. And we found a robust improvement in symptoms that started within the first couple of days of dosing and then improved throughout the trial. So really the most rapid onset of improvement in symptoms in any dry eye trial ever. And it really gets at to the positioning of this new compound for the treatment of dry eye flares. We know dry eye flares occur in all patients with dry eye, whether they're on maintenance therapy or no therapy. And we really don't have a current approved treatment to have rapid onset of effect to treat these dry eye flares. We know dry eye flares are based on inflammation, and this corticosteroid, which we think is both safe and effective, really addresses this unmet need of dry eye flares. The study showed that it met both primary efficacy endpoints of ocular discomfort severity at day 15, and also it hit the sign endpoint of conjunctival hyperemia. The drug was very well tolerated with very low incidence of increased intraocular pressure, which was similar to the vehicle, and very low incidence of adverse events. So in summary, I'm very excited about a new potential treatment that we'll have for dry eye and addressing the unmet need of dry eye flares. The take-home message is that as eye care professionals still don't diagnose and treat enough patients with dry eye. I think it's one of the biggest underserved group of patients. And we only have 2 approved topical medications for dry eye. They both have a good efficacy in the right patient population, but they both take some time to show improvement. And so patients who have a sudden onset of symptoms, or what we call a dry eye flare, we have no treatment for that. I think cornea specialists for years have used corticosteroids for this kind of unmet need, and this is potentially the first approved topical corticosteroid for dry eye that will meet this unmet need.